This movie was made by Uncorked. Uncorked Entertainment is mostly B movies, I'm not gonna lie. And most of them are misses. I don't remember studio names unless they are important, though, to me personally, and they at least make a few good movies here and there. Or I remember their studio name simply because I've watched a bunch of movies and they're all trash. This is one of those that are either hit or misses. And this movie's definitely a miss. It came out in 2017. It is only an hour and 14 minutes, but it managed to be so fucking boring, it took me 2 hours to finish it. So this girl and her mom have a very rocky relationship ever since her dad died. No, not her dad didn't die, he left them. The other dad died, which I'll explain later. But yeah, she drinks now, she's a bitch to her all the time. Apparently they only have like one phone, I think. They get in a little argument. She breaks a glass. And then she gets a call because apparently she's been, trying to get a job because her mom's threatening to kick her out. And she got fired recently. So she needs a new job. So this one lady calls her and she's like, "Hey, I like your application." And she's like, "What the fuck? I didn't send any application to Mitchell." And they're just kind of like, "Oh, yeah, this dude Fred, he gave me your application." And she's just kind of okay with that. And then Fred is never mentioned again. Because obviously she fucking lied and Fred doesn't exist. Because the only characters we meet in Mitchell are Billy and this dude named Brad. And then eventually she tells her friend in one scene, this will be important later, that she's going to go to Mitchell now. So later we find out that her friend's been calling her off screen because she's worried about her since she hasn't called back. Now I want to talk about the poster. It spoils a moment in the movie. The grandma she's working for, the old lady, well, she threatens to sew her mouth shut if she keeps talking. So later she keeps talking, so she gets her mouth sewn shut. So you already know she's going to sew her mouth shut. Just think it's stupid that they just wanted a cool poster thing because this movie's fucking boring, clearly. Then, we find out later that she's pregnant because the mom raped her son. Kind of like what happened in Don't Breathe. She, he doesn't want to rape her. So she, touches him, gets what she needs, and then she impregnates the fucking girl. Now there's like only a good 25 minutes left, so after this disgusting thing I did want to turn the movie off, but I decided to just keep watching this stupid ass movie since there's only 25 minutes left. Well, then Brad comes to save her not too long later because they had like one scene together where they had a date and now he's worried about her. He gets shot and killed. Later, like right after that, the old lady is like, "You're just a gold digging whore." That is also important later for some fucking reason. So eventually they decide to plan a wedding. And, she takes her to the pastor with parts of the stitches still in her. The pastor's fine with that. He's just like, "Oh, she's probably drunk." Because the girl tells him, the old lady tells him that she drank too much champagne or whatever. But that doesn't change the fact that she still has stitches on her face, you fucking weirdos. That's not a good lie. So, of course, when the cops get there, they're like, we have some questions for you, Pastor. But that happens off screen, and the pastor doesn't get in trouble, so apparently he's off the hook. Even though he was about to marry a drugged woman that had stitches in her face. So, obviously, she kills the fucking bitch with a knife that she was given to by Billy earlier. And the pastor's like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Like, oh my god, this pastor's unbearable, man. And the cops come here. They arrest Billy. And they tell the pastor they have questions for him, like I already said. The movie almost ends where it should have ended, with her in court with the Billy, and he agrees to give him all the shit from his mom now that she's dead. And oh yeah, and I forgot to mention the other dad that I was talking about that did die was the old lady's husband. She pushed him off the roof or whatever. That's not very relevant, but that's why I thought the dad died for a little bit. Anyways, court scene ends. She gets all of his shit. So now she doesn't really need a job since she's got a lot of shit. She's rich. So now she's a stay-at-home mom. A stay-at-home mom. Like, I get it. It's the women's choice to keep a baby or not. I am pro-choice. So I do not understand, though, why she would keep the baby from the dude that kinda raped her. Doesn't make sense. They don't give an explanation either. She just has the baby now. I feel like the directors of this movie were pro-life. Because there was a line earlier in the movie that was kind of like that. But then again, it came from the old lady that we're not supposed to like. So I don't know. So she keeps the baby for whatever reason, and the movie ends with this dumbass scene with her friend that we only saw for literally one scene, and her just having fun. Their kid is in the basement after he's playing. Like, oh my god, he's so cute. And she's like, yeah, he better be, or something like that. I'm assuming because, he's a rape child. So, if he was ugly, they would have got rid of him or something. I don't know, the line was dumb. So then the kid has a screwdriver that he gets from the basement. He kills her friend. And the movie ends with the worst fucking line in history. And the worst movie ending line in history, in my opinion. Don't worry, Mom. She's just a gold-digging whore. It's okay. And then she screams. And she says, why'd you do that? God, I hate this movie. I know some women do keep babies after they were raped, which is their decision. But I really don't understand why they would do that besides for that dumbass ending scene. And she was raising him. It was her and her friend well off with all the shit they got. So I really don't get how he would become a murderer when he's being raised by two nice people. Not to mention, I think the mom's better now that she's dealt with this traumatic experience of almost losing her daughter, since she was in court with her. Like, I don't know, why is he a killer? He wasn't raised by Billy and that old ass lady. He was raised by a nice lady and her friend and her mom. It's fucking weird. I hated this movie. This movie is ass. One of the worst movies I've ever seen.